Alright, Title 49, Subtitle B, Chapter 12, Transportation Security Administration, Department of Homeland Security, Subchapter D, Maritime Surface Transportation Security, Part 1580, Freight Rail Transportation Security, Subpart A, Scope, 1581, Scope. The scope provided in paragraph B of this section part includes requirements of following provision. Per the specific section of the part provided detailed requirements. Each freight railroad carrier operating rolling equipment on the track is part of the general railroad system transportation. Each railroad has a material shipper. Each railroad has a material receiver located in the HTAU. For each freight railroad carrier serving you the host railroad to freight railroad operations described in paragraph A1 of the section passenger operation described in 1582.1 of the subchapter. Each owner and operator privately rail cars include the business off the car with the circus trains over the other connected with the general railroad system transportation. B, the part does not apply to the freight railroad carrier that operates rolling equipment only on the track inside of the installation, not part of the general railroad system of the transportation. Alright, terms and use of this part with addition of the terms 1503, 1503, 1505, 1503, 202 within subchapter A of the 1573, the subchapter of D of this chapter. The following terms apply. Class 1 means assignment of the regulations for the Transportation Board. Attentive of the reference of rail car means employee physically located on site with the personal proximity of the rail car is capable of responding unauthorized access activity near the rail car, including immediately contacting law enforcement, other authorities, immediately respond to unauthorized activity near the rail car, either personally or contact law enforcement, other activities. Document the transfer of the meaning of the documentation uniquely identified with the rail car with the time of the during the transfer of the custody, including car initial number, identification of individual, the time of the transfer, the name, and uniquely identified with the employee number, the location of the transfer, the day of the time the transfer was completed. High threat urban area, high threat urban area, HCU means the purpose of the compromising one or more cities. Surrounding areas include the 10-mile buffer zone listed in the Appendix A of the parts of 1580. The maintains part of the control of the meaning of the rail hazard material, the receiver of the railroad carrier communicating cooperatively each of the provide security for the rail car during physical train for custody, taking the rail car component of the man and maintain positive control. Rail car sensitive material, rail car more than 5,000 pounds of the division 11, 12, 13 explosive material that defined in Title 49 CFR 173.50. A tanker car containing material provisioned by inhalation defined in Title 49 CFR 171.8, including anhydrous ammonia division 2-3 gases, poisons, inhalation set forth in Title 49 173.115C. Division 6.1 liquids maintaining the definition Title 49 CFR 173.132A. 1.3 is assigned in hazard zone A or hazard zone B in accordance with Title 49 CFR 133A, excluding residual quantity of these materials. 3. A rail car containing highway route controlled quantity of Class 7 radioactive materials defined in Title 49 CFR 173.403. Residue meaning the hazard material maintaining the packaging, including tanker car, after the contents have been unloaded maximum extent practical before the packaging is either refilled with a clean with the hazard material prolonged. Purge, remove any hazardous vapor. Security sensitive to the employee means the employee who performs service subject to hours of service under the law. Title 40 United States Code, Chapter 211, in regards to whether the employee acts, performs, or eats such service during each particular duty at tour. One or more security sensitive jobs identified with Appendix B in this the part of the security sensitive function performed in the United States with direct support over the common carriage of the person, property, place of the United States and with the place outside of the United States. 1585, preemptive effect. In Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 20106, assurance of the regulation subject to preempt the state law regulation order covering the subject matter experts of the existing with more stringent law regulation order necessary to eliminate whose essential law local security has with the non-incapability with the law regulation order of the U.S. government does not unreasonably bear in the interstate of the Congress. For example, the Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 20106 or Title 49 CFR 1580.205 preemptive of the state of the tribal law rule regulation order or common law requiring covering the same subject matter. Alright, Subpart B of Security Program 1580.101 applicability subpart apply with each of the following described in 1580.1A1 of this part Class 1 freight railroad, described in 1580.1A1 of this part transport, one or more categories of RSSM in the high transportation urban area. C, described in 1581A4 of this part serve the host railroad, freight railroad, described in paragraphs A and B of the section passenger operation defined 1582.101 is a subchapter. Alright, 1580-113 Security Training Program General Requirements. A. Security Training Program. Each owner operative is identified in 1580-101 of this part of the required to adopt the carry out of the Security Training Program under this part. General requirement of the Security Training Program must include the following information: name of the operator, name of the title, telephone number, their email address, primary individual contact regardless of review of the security training, number of specific job function carried, category identified in the appendix B with the parts of the sensitive employee training to be trained for, implementation schedule identified specified data initials receipt and training required in 1570-111 the subchapter was completed. Location where the training records will be obtained. 6. The curriculum or lesson plan, including learning objective, the method of delivery, such as the instructor-led computer-based training, each for the course has met the requirements of 1580-115B. 115 of this part. 2. TSA must request additional information regarding the curriculum during the review of the approval process for current training. 1571-11 of the subchapter is not the same as the initial training curriculum lesson of the recurrent training will be needed to submit with approved TSA. 7. The plan ensuring supervision on related untrained security-sensitive employee performing the functions identified in Appendix B of this part. 8. Plan to notify employees of change of the security measures that could change the information provided previously provided training. 9. Method evaluating effectiveness of the security training program in areas required in 1580-115B of this part. C. Relating to other training. 1. Training conducted by owners operated to comply with the requirements of the standards such as the emergency preparedness training required by the Department of Transportation, Title 49 CFR 239, with the training communicating emergency response with age and range evacuation passengers may combine with it satisfy with the elements training requirements of the subpart 2. If the owner operates with the security training program relies pre-existing previous training material to meet the requirements of subpart B, but the program submitted approval that must include the index organized same sequence requirements for the subpart. Submission and implementation. Owner and operator may submit and implement the security of the training program in accordance with the schedule of the 1570-109, 1570-111 in the subchapter. 1580-115 Security Training knowledge of security-sensitive employees. A. Training required security-sensitive employees. No owner and operator required security training program under 1580-101 may use security-sensitive employees to perform a function identified in Appendix B of this part unless the individual has received training as part of the security training program approved with the TSA and Title 49 CFR 1570 subpart B with this order the direct supervision of the employee has received the trainings required in section as applicable to the security sensitive function. Limits on use of the untrained employee notwithstanding paragraph A of the section security sensitive employee may not perform a sensitive security function for more than 60 calendar days without receiving security training. C. Prepare. Each owner and operator may ensure that each of the security-sensitive employees' position and function successfully responsibly under the owner's operator security program has knowledge of how to fulfill the responsibility to either prevent a security threat or breach incident to ensure. 1. Employees with the responsible transportation security equipment and system are aware of the responsibility can vary for the equipment and system operating properly maintained. And 2. For the employees of the duty responsibility of the company and security plans. Programs include those with the federal law known with the assignments and steps that are resources needed to fulfill them. 2. Each employee who performs security-related function of the 158205 of this part must be provided with the training specifically of the applicable the functions employed with the perform the applicable the training must address. 1. Inspection of the rail car, signing of the tampering, compromise the IEDs, suspicious items, and items that do not belong to identification. Rail cars containing rail security-sensitive materials, including owner-operator procedure identifying rail security-sensitive material cars on train, documents, shipping paper, the commuter train management systems, and 3. Procedure for the completing transfer of custody documentation. D. Observe each owner and operator must ensure that each of the security-sensitive employees has the knowledge, observational skills necessary to be suspicious of danger for the substance and package of conditions, for example, the characteristics of IED signals, signs of equipment, the hampering and sabotage, combination, lack actions, that individual behaviors appear suspicious, dangerous, inappropriate, inconsistent, out of the ordinary employee's work environment, which can indicate threat to the transportation agency security. 3. How a terrorist and someone of malicious intent may attempt to gain sensitive information, take advantage of vulnerabilities, access. Each owner and operator must ensure that the security-sensitive employees have the knowledge necessary to determine the item and its individual behavior. The situation requires the response to potential terrorist threat and raise the aspect of the training environment. 2. Identify appropriate response based on observation context. F. Respond. Each owner must ensure that each of the security-sensitive employees has knowledge of appropriate report on security threat, including knowing how or when to report their internally employees, supervisor, management, external, local, state, federal agencies, owner and operator security procedure, relevant plans. To interact with public first to respond to the scene of the threat incident, including any communication, passenger evacuation, specific procedure, individual disability with an elderly, and applicable self-defense devices or other protective equipment provided to the employees and owner and operator. Alright, subpart C, operation applicability to a 1. Subpart apply with each of the owner and operator described in 1581A1 of this part transport one or more of the category quantity with rail car secure sensitive materials. 2. Each owner operator described in 1581A2 and 3 of this part 158203 location, shipping, and location information. A general requirement, each owner and operator described in 158201 of this part must have the procedures placed for determining the location, shipping information, each rail car, and its physical capacity with the control of the one or more categories, quality of the rail security sensitive material. B. Required information, location, shipping information must include the rail car and location in the city, county, of the state, including the freight rail carriers, road mail post, track designation, time of the rail car, location, determination, rail cars riding the freight railroad courier. List of total number of the rail cars containing rail security sensitive material broken down by the shipping name described with the material column 2, table 49, CFR 172-101. 2. The hazard class division prescribed in material column number 3, table title 49, CFR 172-101, and the identification number prescribed with the material column 4, table in title 49, CFR 172-101. Each rail car initial number, 5 of the rail car train, rail yard, sidings, rail spur of the rail, hazardous material shipper to receive the facility, include the name of the rail yard and same designation. See time class 1 freight railroad carriers using upon request of TSA. Each class 1 freight railroad carrier described in paragraph A section provided location shipping information to TSA no later than 5 minutes of the request apply with a single one rail car, 30 minutes request concerning multiple rail cars and geographic location. 2. Timing other than Class 1 railroad cars upon request TSA. All owner and operator described in paragraph A of the section Class 1 freight railroad carriers provide location shipping with the TSA no later than 30 minutes regardless for the number of the cars covered in the post. Method. All owners described in paragraph A of the section must provide with the request the location shipping of the TSA one of the following methods. Electronic data submission spreadsheet, electronic data hypertext markup language HTML, electronic data extensible markup language, fast-mile transmission hard copy spreadsheet, tabular form. 5. Posting information secure website addressed by the TSA in another format approved by the TSA. Have a telephone number. Each owner and operator described in 158201 of this part must provide the telephone number to TSA request the information paragraph B of this section. 1. The telephone number must be monitored at all times. 2. The telephone number requires a call back, such as answering service the answering machine. B. But the device does not meet the requirements in the paragraph. 158205 chain of custody control requirements within and outside of the high transportation urban area. Rail hazardous material shipper transfers to the carrier. 7. Paragraph G of the section. Each location within and outside of the high transportation urban area. Rail hazard shipping material shipper transferring custody rail car containing one or more of the categories qualities of the railroad security trends of the material of the railroad carrier must do the following. 1. Physically inspect the rail car, loading same percent of the tampering and closing seal of the other significantly security of the cars having the compromised suspicious items that do not belong, including presence for the explosive device. 2. Keep the rail car with the secure area of the security inspection required with the paragraph A1 section title 49 CFR 173-31D whichever that occurs for instance for the freight railroad car's physical custody of the car. 3. Document the transfer of the custody of the rail car and the hard copy electronically within outside of the high transportation urban area. The carrier receiving the hard material shipped at each of the location outside of the high threat urban area. Freight railroad carrier must railroad has material shipped to custody rail car containing one or more of the categories quantities. Rail security sensitive material for railroad car must document transfer hard copy electronically before required and security inspection on the Title 49 CFR 174-9. Within the high threat urban area, carrier transfers HCUs, which for freight railroad carrier transfers rail car containing one or more categories quantity of the rail security sensitive material with another freight railroad car. Each railroad carrier must adopt to carry out the procedure to ensure the rail car is not left unattended at any time during the physical transfer of the custody. These procedures must include receiving the freight railroad car, performing the railroad security inspection according to the Title 49 CFR 174B. Both transferring and receiving the railroad car must document the transfer of custody and hard copy electronically. Outside of the HEUA carrying transfer carrier, outside of the HEUA, whenever the Hyatt Freight Urban Carrier transfer of the rail car containing one or more categories quantities of the rail security sensitive material to another freight railroad carrier, railroad containing hazardous material may subsequently enter the HEUA. Each freight railroad car must adopt and carry out procedure to ensure the rail car is not left on the table of the day any time during the physical transfer of the custody. The procedures include the receiving railroad cars pursuant to security inspections in accordance with Title 49 CFR 174.9. Both the transferring and the receipt railroad carrier must document transfer custody in hard copy and electronically. Within the HEU, carrier transfer and railroad hazard materials. Receiver of railroad freight can deliver railroad car containing one or more categories, quantities of rail security, sensitive material, railroad hazard material. Receiver located in the HEUA must not leave rail car unintended no secure area until hazard material receiver accepts the custody of the rail car. Both rail carrier and rail hazard material receiver must document transfer custody and hard copy electronically. F. The HEUA have the rail receiver the receiving the carrier, except provided in paragraph J with the section rail hazard material located in the HEUA receiver the rail car containing one or more categories, quantity of the rail security sensitive material railroad car must. Once your railroad hazard material received, the rail carrier maintains positive control of the rail car during physical transfer of the custody of the rail car. Keep the rail car in rail secure area until the car is unloaded. Document the transfer of the custody of the rail carrier and the hard copy electronically. Within the outside HEU rail cars or the material receiving the rejection car section does not apply to the all rails or heavy material, but the receiver does not routinely offer, prepare, or load off the transport by rail one or more category quantity of rail secure sensitive material. But if the receiver rejects, returns a rail car containing one or more of the categories quantity of rail security sensitive material to origination officer or shipper. The requirements of the section does not apply to the receiver. The requirements of this section do not apply to rail carrier to which the receiver transfers custody of the rail car. Each documentation covered in either maintained with the documents required in the subsection at least 60 calendar days, making them available to TSA upon request. Rail secure area. Rail hazard material shipper to rail hazard material receiver must use physical security measures to ensure that no unauthorized individual gains access to rail secure. J. Exemption of the railroad hazard material receiver. That all railroad hazard material located with the HEUA may request the TSA exemption for some of all the requirements for the section. Receiver to demonstrate the potential business activities and sufficient warrant compliance with the section. TSA consider that all relevant circumstances, including the following: the amount of the type of the hazard material will receive, the geography of the area surrounding the receiver's facility, proximity at either may of the attractive targets, including business or housing, schools or hospital, and information regarding threats for the facility, other circumstances that indicate potential risk the receiver facility does not warrant compliance with the section. 158207, the Harmonization Federal Regulation Nuclear Facility. TSA coordinates activities subpart with the Nuclear Regulatory Commission and with the Department of Energy with respect to regulation of all rail hazard material shipped to receiver that are also located and regulated by the National Nuclear Regulatory Commission and the Department of Energy under the Atomic Energy Act of 1954 as amended to maintain consistent requirements imposed with the National Nuclear Regulatory Commission and the Department of Energy. Appendix A, Part 1580, high threat urban areas, and it shows the urban areas for the states. Appendix B, sensitive security function freight rail, operating a vehicle, engineer, conductor, inspecting maintenance vehicles, carman, rear crew, inspector, engineer, conductor, inspecting and maintaining building, transfer structure, single man, entertainer, track, game foreman, bridge, building, labor, roadmaster, bridge, inspector, control dispatching movement, dispatcher, yard dispatcher, block operator, bridge operator. F, provide security owners of equipment and property, police officer, special agent, patrolman, watchman, guard, loading, unloading, cargo, service track employee, interacting, traveling public, board vehicle, the transportation conductor, agent, engineer, agent, planning security programs, measuring those required by federal law, security coordinator, training master, assistant training master, roadmaster, vision roadmaster. And that was TSA's Part 1580, Rail, Freight, Rail, Transportation Security.